So the black-eyed child is the most popular tale associated with Cannock Chase. The creatures and entities supposedly roaming Cannock Chase have sparked wonder over the decades. She came across the spectre in the woods after hearing a young child screaming. Howdy gang, welcome back to Hang Out with Deggers. So as you can see, we have got some wonderful wintry scenes in Staffordshire. So I've brought myself out over to Cannock Chase, and what I thought we'd do today is talk about some of the history and the folklore of Cannock Chase. Have you ever heard of the Pigman and the black-eyed girl and some of the paranormal activity that has supposedly been experienced over here? Well, today we'll have a little bit of a chat about that. So what I'll do now, I'll capture some beautiful scenery as I'm making my way up to some higher ground up here amongst the trees, and then when we're up there we'll get a brew on and I'll tell you a little bit about that history of Cannock Chase. I'll catch you in a bit. Ted. Oh my god guys, this was not what I anticipated. Bloody hell. Do you know what though? Ow! It's all part of the fun. It is all part of the fun. Bloody hell. Just look at that though guys. Oh my goodness. It is like being in the land of Narnia. I think I'm going to put a call out to the great Aslan the lion and Tumnus the fawn and the beavers. Can you tell I love Narnia? Yeah, I do. Anyway, right, we'll go up the top of this hill where I'm stopping off for my drink, and we'll go over that history and folklore and the paranormal phenomenon that apparently goes on over here. So I've finally found my spot. As you probably saw there, I got a little bit lost, but just check this out. Nice little opening here, right in the middle of the forest. So I'm going to make a brew, and then yeah, we'll chat the history of Cannock Chase. Let's do it. Oh yes, because it's knob here. You enjoying yourself, Ted? Aye? Hey, good lad. Teddy, Teddy, come and have a drink. Go on. No, not interested. Alright, fair enough. Teddy, where are you? Don't go too far. Teddy. Where are you? Here he is. Good lad. Don't go too far. Alright. Good boy. Cheers, guys. Right. Let's read this history and folklore for you then, guys. So I'll put this up on the screen for you as well. This is an article from Birmingham Live, and it was written by a guy called Jamie Brassington on the 14th of February last year, so 14th of February 2023. And it's the inside history of Cannock Chase's mythical and legendary inhabitants. The creatures and entities supposedly roaming Cannock Chase have sparked wonder over the decades. Here we look at their origins. Few places in the West Midlands spark as much wonder as Cannock Chase, aside from its natural beauty, which influenced the Lord of the Rings author J.R.R. Tolkien. Now, I didn't know that. The sprawling forest is also supposedly home to a number of mythical and legendary inhabitants. Teddy, come here, don't go far. Roaming in its thick woods are said to be ghostly and paranormal entities, some of which have allegedly been seen or heard by frightened walkers. I can honestly say, I've been coming over here years since I was a kid, and I've never seen anything. They include the Black-Eyed Child and the Pigman, their names conjuring up spooky images. I think there are some images, I'll put them up on the screen in a sec as well, guys. Others include big cats and UFOs, but whether you are a firm believer or strict skeptic in this field, the tales associated with Cannock Chase never fail to create wonder and intrigue among the curious. The forest is located in Staffordshire, around 19 miles north of Birmingham. It dates back over 1,000 years, when it was used as royal hunting grounds. Today, it is 50 square miles in size and is made up of trees and heathland. It is a working forest which is harvested for timber, but is also popular with hikers and cyclists. The Black-Eyed Child So the black-eyed child is the most popular tale associated with Cannock Chase. This is supposedly the ghost of a girl who has black, sunken eyes, and alleged sightings of her go back decades, and they still continue to this day. One woman told paranormal investigator Lee Brickley she came across the spectre in the woods after hearing a young child screaming. Upon running towards the sound in the woods, the woman turned around and saw a girl who had completely black eyes, as recalled on Lee's website. Meanwhile, in 2014, a couple who were walking their dog heard giggling before claiming a girl appeared out of nowhere up the path, which was also reported in Lee's book, The Black-Eyed Child of Cannock Chase. The entity apparently tilted her head and then ran off into the woods, according to the book. And there's a picture here of this supposed black-eyed girl. The idea of a black-eyed girl is not new to Cannock though. According to historian Richard Pursehouse, the Cannock Courier newspaper carried a fictional story in 1892 about a girl called Rosa who was described as a bright, black-eyed little lassie. And a number of eerie dolls were found nailed to some trees by a shocked walker last year, so at the time, so that would have been 2022, creating mystery over their origins. They were later removed by Staffordshire police. Another entity sounding truly terrifying is that of the Pigman, a beast that is half man and half swine. Yeah, right. His presence has supposedly been noted since the 1940s at the beauty spot. I mean, like I say, I've been coming over here since I was a kid, and I've never seen anything like that, not at all. What else have we got? The First World War camps of Cannock Chase. In the autumn of 1914, only months after the start of the First World War, construction of two large camps began on Cannock Chase. The camps, known as Brockton Camp and Rudesley Camp, were constructed with the permission of Lord Lichfield, on whose estate they were being built. The infrastructure for the camps, including the water supply... Sorry guys, it's snowing on my phone here. Including the water supply, sewage systems and the roads all had to be created from scratch before work could begin on the huts and other structures. The camps, when completed, could hold up to 40,000 men at one time and probably trained upwards of 500,000 men. They had all their own amenities, including a church, post offices and a bakery, as well as amenity huts where the troops could buy coffee and cakes or play billiards. There was even a theatre. Following the war, the camps became akin to ghost towns. The rows of huts stood empty in an accustomed quiet, disturbed only by the sighing breeze swinging a loose door or rattling a window. Gradually, at the request of Lord Lichfield, the huts were sold off and were transported to their new locations by horse and cart, ending Cannock Chase's contribution to military history. But of course we do have other history, because we've got the German cemetery, haven't we? Cannock Chase has a wealth of industrial remains with evidence of glass making, ironworking, coal mining and quarrying. Coal mining in the AOMB was particularly area of outstanding natural beauty, that is, was particularly extensive, with the earliest recordings of mining dating to the 13th century and covering a period of 700 years. The area was used extensively by the military after the grazing and woodland clearance of the 18th and 19th centuries, creating an area suitable for training. During World War I, the AOMB included one of the largest military training camps in England. Other military features within the national landscape include the Commonwealth Cemetery and the German Military Cemetery. Whilst there is a feeling that the history has been somewhat overlooked, recent technological advancements have revealed the sheer extent of the heritage assets that exist on the Chase, extending into surrounding communities. There is also More widely, a renewed recognition of the important role that history and culture have in providing communities with their sense of place, memory and knowledge, and fostering cultural traditions, providing important means to engage local communities and contribute to meeting their educational and social needs. So there you go, guys. If you do want to find out more about Cannock Chase, obviously Google is king, just Google it. But yeah, there's just a little bit for you, and this is why I love the place. And I've said it before, I'll keep on saying it, I am so lucky that this is on my doorstep. Once I get back to my car, I'm less than a 10-minute drive to my house, so I'm very, very lucky. Right guys, as always, as you can see there, always leave no trace. The rest of this walk is mine and Ted's now, so I'm going to enjoy the rest of this walk. Come on Ted, let's go! Look at him, happy as a pig in shit. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, as much as I did. I will see you next time. All the best to you, and ta-ra for a bit. Ow! I've been pricked more times than a pincushion today.